Okay. All right, welcome everyone to the Power Half Hour. Each and every Wednesday at 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we interview a top agent or top performer in their local markets. And this week, we have a newer agent who's already done 80 transactions in his first year in real estate. You probably have heard of him already. If you haven't, today you get to meet him, Mr. JP Villanueva. Welcome.
Thank you, John. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. We want to find out all about you, but so let's start. Let's start with, where did you come from? How long have you been in real estate total?
So I got my real estate license, I would say last day of July. I was still employed back then, so I wasn't really doing it full time. I kind of like wanted to feel how it is, if I will be successful to it, or like will I be doing a good job doing real estate? Because I've been employed for over 20 years, right?
Oh,
So
wow.
it wasn't easy for me to kind of like do it full time because it's a self-employed job, right?
Absolutely.
And then after that, back in October last year, that's where I started doing it full time, where I got my first deal, and then I just like kept on going. I stayed
Wow.
consistent the entire time, and then pretty much all I did was call as many people as I can, stay exposed, pretty much. Even when while I was still studying, I was letting everyone know
Mm.
that I'm taking my license. I'm studying. I'm taking my license, and sooner or later I'm going to be an agent. So if you're ever considering to either buy or sell real estate, I'm here. Keep me in mind.
JP, you're coming in and out of frame, so if you want to center yourself a
Okay,
little bit.
sounds good.
So
Sounds
I'm
good.
talking to this guy like crazy. But that's a great story, man. So you only got full time right around a year ago. So what
Yes.
was your full time job before coming into real estate full time?
My full-time job was in manufacturing. So I was doing engineering job where it's a mechanical engineering job where you do like machining and fabrication.
Okay.
And because of that experience in engineering, the company moved me to sales department. So when I was in sales department, all I do is pretty much talk to people and see who out there are going to place an order, and then I would do estimates, and then all I do is just keep following up until it's pretty much a drip call. That's what I do. And then every time I get an order, I transfer it to the management and production, and then they do the rest. So I converted that mindset into real estate, where I make sure to keep the buckets full at all times. For me, there's a difference between being busy and being productive.
Mm.
So I always make sure that I'm productive, keeping the buckets full by prospecting, by exposures, and pretty much just call as many people as I can, pretty much.
So I want new agents who are listening to this really paying
Mm,
attention. Before you even got licensed, you were prospecting for business, correct?
always, yes,
You
because for me
probably
that's
wait
the most
until you
important
get
thing
like
to do.
fully licensed. So good job on that. And 20 years in engineering and mechanics, right? So before that, so how old are you, by the way?
I'm 37.
So you started working when you're 17?
Well, no, not in engineering. I started working like I started at Korea, Japan. I was a dishwasher at Korea,
Holy.
Japan when I was 17, and then I gained experience by like working at production jobs. And then after that, I took my engineering course, and now, well, engineering is approximately about 6 to 7 years.
That's amazing. So 6 or 7 years and dishwasher, just in the grind, really in
Correct.
the grind. And so what got you into real estate?
So during that pandemic, well, like everyone was terrified staying at home. I kind of like felt like, okay, what can I do? How can I take advantage of this market right now?
Mm.
Like everyone like are complaining about like they can't go out, But for me, I wanted to take that time and that opportunity of how I can grow. I felt like my mindset and my kind of like my lifestyle is becoming more stabilized. Where I think, okay, I want to take advantage of this. I don't want to just stay home and do nothing. But I was passionate in real estate. Um, Prior to that, I like to invest in real estate. So I've got a couple of properties where I wanna, okay, how can I take advantage of this? Maybe I can sell this and buy that. But we did have a realtor before where unfortunately he passed away. He got into an accident. And then my family and my relatives are saying, okay, what do? We don't have an agent. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll consider. And that's how it all started. I took advantage of that time where I studied, and then in 3 to 4 months I got my license, and here we are.
Here you are, 80 transactions later, all in 1 year and less, man. So tell us a little bit about your activities and your lead sources. 80 transactions, where do they all come from?
It all started again, pretty much center of influence.
Okay.
So prior to me getting my license, I'm always into social media. I'm taking like videos of myself. I'm taking like pictures of the books and my studies to let them know that I'm going to be a real estate agent. So as soon as I got my license, like no one first trusted me, so I started calling for sale by owners.
Oh, wow.
And it was the very first day I was with Chris Carr, and I told him, Chris, help me out. let's go. Oh, did I get cat?
You became horizontal there.
Oh no.
You got cut off?
You just left the chat. Oh, there he is.
Okay, got it. Yeah, maybe a call came in.
Sorry, I got cut off.
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I am on mute.
You're good. You're good. I could hear you.
John, I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Sorry, it's on.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me, John?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you. For some reason.
Maybe leave and log back in altogether. I think probably will be a good reset. Or turn the volume up. Okay, there he goes. All right, well, JP is a man that figures it out, and he'll do whatever it takes. You will not become successful if you don't do whatever it takes, especially in this market. And we want to find out how.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Perfect.
I apologize.
So centers of influence, JP, and posting on social media even before you got your license. And once you got your license, I'm sure you were calling people every single day. You started with for sale by owners. And how many people did you call on a daily basis, would you say?
On a daily basis, I would say it's always random on a daily basis. Sometimes I would call like 2 or 3, and then the next day I would call like 20. So it was very inconsistent at the very beginning. And then because I was still learning at that particular time, and I didn't know what to say, but I just keep being consistent. The more people I talk to, the more I get more comfortable talking to them. Right. So, and then it just grew. It just grew from there, where I always keep on referrals, always asking people who they know. And then after that, I just keep on doing the activities of consistently calling people, pretty much.
So get this, guys. JP was calling people every single day. Didn't matter if it was 2 or 3 a day. It didn't matter if it was 20 a day. It didn't matter if it was 15 a day. But he kept going with his actions. And the key that I heard from you was you're always asking people who they know that's looking to buy or sell real estate, right? Everyone.
Correct. Yeah, most of the clients that I've helped so far, most of them, I would say about 70 or 80% of them already have previous agents that they previously worked with. And I'm just always here giving values regardless of whether they have an agent or not. I would always tell them, if you ever need, and if you ever have any questions, you know, you can ask me anything, and I'm here to always help you. And then whether they buy or they sell, or I will always ask them, okay, if they have a property already, and then I would say, how long have you owned this property? And then they will say, some of them may say they just got it, or some of them may say, oh, I've had it for a long time. And then I would always consider, okay, maybe there's another way for you to multiply and get more properties, right? And then they will be curious, okay, how can I do that? And then now that's how I sold a lot of pre-sale, is because I give them ideas on how to invest on other properties and multiply.
So one client doing multiple transactions simply by asking more questions, guys, to the client. If they are a buyer, do you have something to sell in order to buy? If they already have a property, okay, how can we multiply that and help you build wealth?
Correct.
Right? So I would say probably out of the 80 transactions, it's no more than like 40, 50 clients, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
I would say so, yeah.
Amazing. So now we know how. So JP's on social media all the time. He's always being involved in the community. He's always asking people wherever he goes, who do you know that would like to buy or sell real estate? So he's out there all the time. That's the how, guys. Now I want to find out why you do what you do. Why are you so fired up every single day looking for business?
It's a good question, John. I'm always grateful on everything that happens into my life. Being here in Canada, I'm already successful. I would say that I'm up to always to challenge myself. That if you can do it, or somebody else that has done 100 transactions can do it, I can do it too. So I'm always up to challenging myself that I can do better than what I am yesterday.
Wow, that's amazing. So all you focus on is focus on gratitude, because guys, JP immigrated from the Philippines to Canada. Once you get here, his thought is, I'm already successful. I'm already made it to a great country. Instead of like Asian kids like myself who came over here, oh, Canada's so boring. Vancouver is always raining, but you focus on the good things about that, the good side of things, right? So thank you for enlightening us with that. When did you come over to Canada from the Philippines?
Oh, I came here in 1998, and I started in Winnipeg, Manitoba, where there's not very many people. And then I moved here in Vancouver in 2009.
2009. So you were there a good 11 years before you came here to Vancouver. And was it your parents as well, or just yourself that moved over to Canada?
It was me and my brother. We were adopted. And then my brother moved to Calgary because like at first we were visiting Saskatchewan and Toronto and Calgary and stuff, and most of my relatives are also in Calgary. So when I saw Calgary, I said, okay, I love it here. I'm gonna move here to Calgary. But let me finish my engineering first, and then I'll move to Calgary after. But my classmate took his degree here in Vancouver. He said, okay, before you move to Calgary, come visit me here in Vancouver. And I'm like, okay, I'll come check it out.
Amazing.
And then when I visit Vancouver, and I'm like, I'm not going to Calgary. I'm moving here.
Not a knock to all the Calgarians. We love Calgary. Calgary is a great city. Vancouver's also great, but you decided to stay after you finished your engineering, correct?
Correct. I'm just an outgoing person. I like to travel. I like doing outdoor stuff like camping and visiting here and there. It's just the weather, I would say, and then the kind of lifestyle there is here. It's not, it's much warmer as compared to any other cities in Canada.
Absolutely.
So that's why I said, okay, I'll move to Vancouver, and here we are today.
Man, look at how grateful JP is. Always with a big smile, always with the energy and enthusiasm. Whenever you show up, you just notice his smile and you notice his energy when JP walks in the room. That's what you need, guys. And you yourself and myself, our English is our second language. We had to earn it.
Correct.
But like with people that have this notion that because we're immigrants that we cannot be successful, what do you say to that?
It's all in your mindset, I would say. For me, I always think positive on all aspects. Whatever happens, any challenges that comes into me, I'm just grateful that okay, I'm still here. I'm healthy. I have a place to live, and just always being grateful. Also for other immigrants out there that just started in real estate. If I can do it, you can do it as well.
Wow.
Right? There are many other agents out there as well that are the same as me, where English is their second language, and they're very successful.
Yeah.
So I just look up to them, and that inspires me. Right? I take them as my inspiration that they can do it, I can do it too.
Tell me this, and thank you for the answer, and that's great, guys. You just gotta be grateful for the opportunity that you have. And it's always about looking at others, not to be comparing yourself, but to say that, hey, you know what? If that guy can do it and English was his second language, then I can do it too.
Correct.
Further to that, JP, how important is it for you to have a mentor and someone to look up to?
100% very important, John. I look up to you as well, John, as my mentor. In order to train my mindset and lock it in, for me to always stay positive. Because for me, in order for me to generate that result, I had to control my thoughts and my actions. In real estate, result is income.
Yes, sir.
Right? In order for you to have a higher income, I had to make sure that my mindset is always strong and always positive. At the same time, consistent with my activities that I do.
Yes, you got
So
man, wow.
It's just what that is, and once you master that mindset, are you fearless? Are you motivated? Are you passionate? And once you have that thought that you're grateful for the actions that you do, that action will take its place, and that action, that system that you have, as long as you're consistent to it, that result will just do its own, and that's how you will generate income, right? And then you just have to keep on doing that.
What I'm hearing you say is that you start with gratitude, guys, and then really the gratitude is that what strengthens JP's mindset first and foremost. Always be positive, always be focused on the opportunity and what we have instead of what we don't have. But not to say that you just be grateful for everything and everything falls on your lap. You need to be consistent with your actions every single day. How
Correct.
do you stay consistent, JP?
So I have the habit of calling. That's how I am consistent. For me, my mindset is always ensuring that okay, who do I call next, right? I have it here on my wall. Every moment I wake up and I go in the kitchen, it says there, who are you going to call today?
Wow.
That's all I have. Who are you going to call today?
Who are you going to call today? Guys, he has it on his wall. He sees it every day. Really, it's the thought of who can I help today?
Correct.
Like, who can I contribute to today? Who can I inspire to take action today is the key. And it's all about adding value. It's all about gratitude. It's all about giving back. Right? Man, that's really, really, truly inspiring. Okay, so JP, today the rates went up.
Correct.
0.5%. And
correct.
A lot of agents are thinking, oh my gosh, what's going to happen now? What is your mindset regarding that?
For me, it's good to know how the market is doing, but it's something that I can't control. Right? I can't control how the market is or how the market is doing. I focus on what I can control and the activities that I do. So for me, it's not like I make sure that when I post something, and when I deliver a message out there, it has an excitement, whether the interest is sellers or my interest are buyers. So I want to make sure that when I deliver a message, it's a benefit to the clients out there. The interest rate went up, great. It's a buyer's market, right? Buyer's market, take advantage of this opportunity. If you don't buy today, a year from now, you will regret that you have bought today because the market values are down, right? So I always deliver a message with excitement to clients regarding like even how the market is doing. But again, as much as there's a news about the interest rate or the market out there, I only focus on my activities and the actions that I take in order for me to generate that result that I want.
Absolutely. I really love that. So guys, delivering the message and delivering the news of the interest rates to your clients with excitement. Intensify your excitement to your clients. It's not good, bad, right, or wrong. It's just interest rates changing. And you have
Correct.
to be there contributing to them, letting them know the news about the interest rates changing. And no matter how you look at it, guys, stay grateful, take action. You can't control the market. You can control your actions. You can
Correct.
work on your mindset. You can work on your skills. You can work on taking action, and you can focus on the activities. Man, absolutely amazing. So really, the agents out there right now really look to JP, see what he's doing. Man, so tell me, you gave me a good answer on gratitude as your why. What else is pushing you forward every single day besides gratitude?
So I feel like in general, obviously my family is to get them away from poverty, 100%, and helping people. Whether a client has a question about rental, or has a question about how do I pretty much pre-authorize on my maintenance fee and stuff, I just make sure I go beyond just becoming a realtor or a real estate agent. I'm always into making sure that are you happy at your current situation right now. So regardless whether they needed any information about the real estate or rental or any other things about like I would say like utilities or anything, I make sure that I give value and helping people to make sure that I solve their problems, right? And that's what you did to me, John, when I have so many questions about real estate, and even how to use Paragon and like how to do the listing and stuff or presentations. You always take time to answer my questions, and I just don't say I'm sorry, I don't know. But for me, I would say I don't know, but I will find out and I will get back to you. And that's pretty much I feel they appreciated coming from me.
You really go that extra mile to contribute to others. And in this whole conversation right now, although I'm asking a lot of questions about you, to you, and you notice that you always divert it into others because you're so giving, you're so selfless, and everything is about contribution. That's, I think, the main reason why you are successful, because you are grateful for what you have, and you're always out to achieve what others want to achieve, not just about your own gain. Because you can always make money, and guys, you take the actions, money will come.
Correct.
Right? So you said to get your family away from poverty. Have you gone through some tough times yourself?
Yes. A lot of tough times that happened into my life. My parents, I'm adopted, right? It's my parents made a tough choice to send us to Canada and be adopted because it wasn't the life was tough in the Philippines.
Oh my goodness.
So now I don't want that to happen to my family and my kids, and I want to make sure that I stay with them, until they grow up, right, and make their own choice. So it wasn't easy being away until now with my parents, but now I can go travel wherever I want, whenever we want, and I just want to make sure that my kids had that option on themselves what they want to do when they grow up.
You have certainly succeeded, so a big congratulations to you.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to have the options and choices and freedom to go wherever you want with whomever you want, and it's because you worked for it. Okay, so I want everybody to, who's listening to this call, JP put in the work, right? And so for people who didn't come from that though, JP, didn't come from that hard times being adopted, sent to Canada because they weren't able to keep you in Philippines, what would you suggest people to do to become successful if they didn't have those tough times? Because a lot of times when people go through tough times, it's a little bit easier to get motivated.
Yes.
People who already have it good, what do you think?
So for me, I focus on the three C's, and pretty much maybe some people know already what that is. You've got to ask yourself, and I did ask myself that, am I committed to become a full-time real estate agent?
Committed.
Am I coachable? Can I get training from you, and will I listen, and will I do the system that you have, the teachings that you do? Number three is consistency. Always stay consistent, doing it every single day, Saturday, Sunday, and if a client asks you at 10 o'clock in the evening or even 12 midnight, for me, I have the habit of pretty much taking action at that very moment. And I think that's how I stand out, is because whenever someone asks me a question, or a client or a buyer or a seller asks me, I would always get that answer right away, regardless if I'm sleepy or I'm drunk or what have you. I just always get to them right away. I think that's very important, giving customer service to clients.
Yeah, and JP knows how to party, so I look forward to seeing you on Friday if you can come, guys. Commitment first and foremost. How committed are you to the goals that you set for yourself? Coachable. Are you coachable? Are you listening to people, when they coach you, or are you not taking the coaching? And number three is, we talk about this all the time, consistency. You need to be consistent, because if your actions are inconsistent like this, your income will also be inconsistent like this. If you want your income to be consistent like this, your actions also have to be consistent. JP, I'm such a big fan of you. Rooting for your success. What do you think you can do in 5-10 years with the real estate business?
Pretty much, I look up to agents like yourself, John, that I would be doing what I am doing today, and always find ways to improve myself. I look at your postings and your coaching and your trainings, and I always take that very, very literal. Okay, if John said this, or Agent DK says this, and all the role plays that is happening on a weekly basis, I make sure that I absorb that information. So pretty much having a team like what you have, and coaching and training more agents as well. I would love to train agents as well, to contribute pretty much for us and all us agents to be successful is pretty much my goal at the end of the day.
JP, you are a rock star, and I'm blown away at the person who you are as a person and how you contribute to others, and that's the reason for your success. Guys, if you learn nothing today, it's all about gratitude. It's all about contribution. We talk about this all the time, but now you're looking for someone who's actually implemented on a daily basis. JP, how can the audience send you referrals or join your team?
As much as I'd love referrals, John, I would also love to help agents out there, new agents out there, to pretty much get on their feet, and be consistent and take action. If you have any questions or how to pretty much get out there and talk to people and do showings and do pre-sales, sellers or buyers, I'm here to always help you, and I'm here to give my insights. So reach out to me. You can message me on Facebook, or you can give me a call, or you can text me. I'm here to help you to make sure you become successful as well.
My gosh, thank you so much, guys. If you help enough people get what they want, you'll eventually get what you want. And that's what I'm seeing with JP's life in real time. Thank you so much, JP. And I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks, John.
My friend. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.